I'll just turn 6 o'clock. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started.
Do we have enough for a quorum then? Or?
We do. We have to have 3 for a quorum.
Okay.
Technically.
And the last month we did not. So.
Yeah. We only had just Greg and me, I think, last
Well,
time.
and Brenda.
Well, yeah, because she's not
Yeah,
a voting
but she's
member.
not
Yeah,
voting,
Brenda
so that's-
or
yeah.
not Osborne.
Beverly.
Beverly. Yeah, that's why it didn't sound right. That
Yeah.
awkward. Yeah.
Dig deep, Amy.
Well, the only thing we had on the unit, but we do have an addition, is the Pearl Street Cold Storage Building. We had a member of the community who's loud and boisterous and said, "Boy, we get, and a lot of times people are, when they're boisterous, they don't back it up." He wanted, what is the paving company in there? Road Builders in there. Well, Road Builders, unfortunately, is not paying. They're not fulfilling their end of the bargain. They're not. They were supposed to clean up the entire structure. They did paint 3 sides of it. They didn't paint the back side that faces Chestnut, and they've been empty. I mean, they haven't been in there physically for I don't know how many months now.
Several.
Yeah. So we went through the process of evicting them. And because they wouldn't return we made several communications to them again and again and again. And so we've got 2 entities that have expressed interest in it. One is Structured Solutions, which you see the letter from Dig Tech. They would be bringing roughly 5 to 6 jobs over, I think it is, from Dig Tech, which is a company that works with Structured Solutions. And Structured Solutions is growing, and they're looking to actually build. They've got plans to build on where they're at now on Pearl Street, but they have their eyes also on this company so they can bring Dig Tech over, who works with them. But then the other entity, I just spent an hour and a half with this evening or this afternoon, was Kevin Kearns, and his son, he's wanting to see his son grow his business here. But the only thing is, and so he's planning on, he said Monica's going to be submitting a proposal, but we don't have it.
Okay.
So, and the proposal from Dig Tech expresses their interest, but it also doesn't it doesn't define any parameters. So basically what I would throw out to the group is, what kind of parameters would you guys like to see in the structure, whether it be by asking price or by just what would be the obligations that they would fulfill if they took the structure over.
So we've got 2 competing potential entities for the building. Is there another building that's?
Yeah, I know. Steve and I have talked about that. Kevin actually has. Kevin said Connor's not completely sure. Kevin, you've always describing Connor as what Kevin sounded like when he was that age. When you're young, you're just not sure.
Yeah. And
Connor's not sure which direction to go. So, but Kevin wants Connor here. Connor wants to be here, but I don't think Connor's definitive on how he wants, because the Kearns, if you know anything about the Kearns, they do everything. The building, the house down on Oak Street, up on the hill in the last block, that is taking on a big transformation. It's a little 1-story, like ranch style home.
Oh, I think I know.
Yeah, if you notice a tremendous difference in it, that's a home they're working on right now. When they do something to do it right, they did another one down on Glee. Now that was the other 2 brothers. That was Alan and Tom. This is Connor on Oak. But they've been commuting for years. They don't just do painting, So it's a family. We definitely want to have roots here and stay established here. Connor wants to be here. Alan's boys want to stay here. Parker. So I think there's opportunity for us to identify something for them, because they're not so specific to that area as much as they are a structure for them to work under and operate their business, because he also has a paver. Kevin purchased a paving equipment. So because he got quoted once for some of his properties on paving, he didn't like the price, so he went out and bought his own. So, I mean, they would run multiple entities out of this structure, but again, this structure is not as privy to them as what it would be for Structured Solutions and Dig Tech, because they work together, so they would be together. They're right across the street from each other.
which makes sense.
Right.
I mean, what are the dynamics of this building? I mean, is it just basically?
It's rough.
It's
Another thing
it's
that.
like a pole barn, no,
It's not a pole barn, but it used to be the paint building for a body company.
It's an old steel building.
Yeah.
It's not insulated. The ventilation equipment that's on the roof really needs to be hoisted off the
Removed.
roof and removed.
Yeah.
That would do the building a lot of good.
It was a cold storage building, and it's called that because the city utilized it for its storage, and we used to store community Christmas stuff in there.
Yeah.
Well, if this gives you an idea, we wanted to stop storing community Christmas stuff in there because when it would rain so bad, all the boxes would get soaked and ruined, and we just had a mess. There's places in there where there's puddles. So it's a rough building that a lot of places would probably knock down, but we tried to maintain it as long as possible, just to have something in there. So again, road builders, unfortunately, were not able to fulfill their end. So what I would propose is this group consider parameters that we would extend to Structured Solutions, and then to be fair, extend it to Kearns as well. And then if they are able to bring back their offers as to what they're willing to do, and we have it officially ratified by Mora, then that's what we could go with. The idea is we'd want to move quick because they'd want to get the stuff in. They being Structured Solutions and Dig Tech would want to get moved in before the weather really turns south. So this is something we would want to try to wrap up in 4 weeks before Mother Nature. And granted, we might have a nice December. I'm kind of hoping we don't. I hope we have snow for Christmas, but we just don't.
Just
know.
that week.
Yeah, just that week. 75 the next week, which does work out great when you take stuff down. But yeah, my proposal would be to consider extending to them what we would like to see. Again, whether that be roof and painting the backside and any other cosmetic work or structural stability.
I mean, is it just asking or going back to them and saying, put together a formalized proposal of what you plan on doing with this building, along with an offer of what you would be willing to pay? Mm-hmm. I mean, is that simply what we're asking for here?
It can be. I mean, because we don't really have anything in it. We, the city, don't have anything in it, and we're not going to get a lot for it.
You're not. It's not. It's not an overly marketable property.
Yeah, I'm not saying I want.
Well, you don't. You're landlocked. You have no direct access to the building because the access is owned by Russ Hodges. You only have an easement access to access your building. So now Russ is a very workable individual, and he wants to see somebody in there. It helps his property get taken care of.
Yeah, it's not even a matter of, I think, the city making money off of the deal. It's just getting somebody in the building and making it a useful space.
It's going to be
the city can
used for storage space and a property address is what it's going to be used for 2 potential businesses.
Yeah, the city no longer has an empty lot, empty building.
So we have 2 competing businesses.
Yep.
Let's see what offers we get, and then
Come back in 4 weeks with those proposals and decide that at that point? I mean, which direction we go?
Well, yes. I mean, I would say extend a 2-week window for them to get the proposals back to us. That way we can review them, and then that way on the day of. Yeah. And when I say review them, I would submit them tomorrow as well, and say, can you draw up a dummy contract, but the rough etchings of a contract, so that way the next meeting, the approval, then it gets ratified immediately, so we can move quickly.
Yeah.
And the Kearnses know that there's somebody else interested in that?
Yeah, because Kevin's last words to me, he goes, I know if it doesn't happen, then that's just an opportunity to consider something else, and that's Kevin. Kevin knows he's pivoted all his life, so.
There's other opportunities potentially.
Yeah, for sure. But again, back to my.
Not necessarily the city owns, but I mean, there's other places.
Yeah. Well, both. I mean, we've got a lot down on Oak Street or Pearl Street that we talked about yesterday where the building needs to come down. It's owned by the city and it can be paid for by the funds from the county. It's the old Schaefer sheet metal building. The only limitation there is there's not a lot of ground there. So with your offsets, I don't know how big of a building he could build there if they wanted to. So that may not be ideal, but yeah, there's other options. And we definitely want to find something because they're crucial to this community. So, in fact, he's willing to provide redwood for the finishing getting the shelter redone out there on the hill. That's a shambles. We're just trying to get plans back for that so we know how we'll navigate it. So anyway,
Sounds good to me. I like to
well, we
play.
just need a motion.
So moved.
Took the easy way out.
We need actually a spelled out motion so we can.
They do it in school.
Okay.
So moved.
So, you want to make a motion for this? Ask for a proposal?
Yeah, ask for a proposal. I move that we ask for a proposal from each of the businesses interested in that building and receive those within the next couple of weeks and look at them at our next meeting.
First, we have a second.
I'll second it.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Got
Aye.
You know, y'all are supposed to be switching the roles.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're supposed to be leading that. Yeah.
That's funny.
Do we need to do that? I mean,
No,
I think
I'm just gonna
we're good.
point out the, and you
Yeah.
skipped the approval of these old minutes too.
when did we go back to? Was it May? Was the last
May.
meeting? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I thought. I was looking at old emails.
yeah, it was May 21st.
Is there anything on there that?
Because on the agenda there was no old business or new business, so.
Oh yeah, it was the approval of the Baker's Life lease next door.
So are they actually in? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw.
Actually, they're already growing. They need more key cards and they need more tables for patrons, so.
There's the May minutes.
Which was exactly the plan. We're just waiting on their signage on the front. I talked
It's
to
already
Heather.
up there.
It's already up
On
there?
the
It's on the
door.
door.
The heck, I walked right by it. Okay, cool.
You need a signature on that?
Well, if
We
they're
need to approve
approved,
it.
we need to approve it first.
I'll make a
so-
motion that, well,
Okay.
Rick needs to see it.
Yeah, he's looking it
Looking at
over
a
right
copy
now.
here.
No, same
Yeah,
thing.
that's just the copy he's looking at right now.
I'm good.
Then I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting as presented.
There's a first, is there a second?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Alright. Alright. Motion carries.
And
Now you do
this-
signature?
Yes, yeah. And this is just stating that we didn't have a quorum last month.
Anything else to discuss tonight?
That's it.
Alright, we have a motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
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 Alright, so moved. Meeting adjourned.